What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of Sword Art Online Alternate GGO. Overall, love this episode as well. This episode is really good. This episode was predominantly all IRL and definitely had a lot of funny moments in there. So let's begin with talking about it. So we started the book off now also guys, last week, in case you guys didn't know, I didn't review, there was no SEO review last week because last week it was just a recap episode and I wasn't going to review a recap, but apparently, they actually aired a new version of the OP with the sound effects. But for this week, they didn't decide to use that one. I kind of sucked because I went back and watched the OP from the recap episode last week, and man, I gotta say, sound effects make every OP better. Like, you look at the JoJo OPs, look at them without sound effects, and look at them with the sound effects. You're like, oh yeah, they look better with sound effects. Hell, even Knights of Matter. An overall forgettable mecha anime that I watched, I thought was overall pretty good. It was enjoyable, but something I would not go back and ever rewatch unless I was like, I reviewed it or something. Like, if I ever did, full series reviews, that'd be like the one time I would ever rewatch that. It's like, I don't know, it's like some mech month I just decided to review. Then I probably have like 10 other better mech stuff I'd rather watch and review. Anyway, they use that for as a permanent beat for the rest of it. They have to introduce I think it was episode 7 or something. So yeah, God sucks they don't use that. It's like the permanent OP for the rest because the sound effects. Especially when they load up the guns, it's like it's very satisfying. Every time I hear guns get reloaded, it's very satisfying to me. Anyway, so yeah, enough from me gushing with the new OP. We start this one off. She's in the gun shop. She finds pizza. She's like, yatta, yatta. She's like jumping for joy. Yes, and then gets right in the dude's face. She's like, sir, I will take that gun right now. I'll take that gun. Give me the gun. Give me the gun. Give me the gun back. And then she has her gun. She's like holding it tightly like it's her fucking child. She's like, Peachan. What should I call you? Peachan the second? Peachan 2? Let's do Peachan. And she's like, cartridges hitting the floor, blah, blah, blah. She starts singing and humming. And then, she meets Boss. And she's like, what up? Long time no see. And so, when we get back, we get the girls. We're actually at, I think this is actually the first time, I think this is the first episode that actually takes place in present, at least in this, timeline of the story, because remember, the previous 4 episodes have been more or less just a backstory and hey, here's how we led to the event. Because I remember the first episode, it ended us with we seen her realize that she had a trade with a bunch of girls. She was Miss Karen, I believe her name is, or Karen. So I think this is the first time we actually see it in present day. So they're watching the fight. They're like, she's like, oh my god, you're so great, Karen. You're so fast. And the girls go into detail about their experiences and how they got. They are actually rhythm gymnasts. I believe they are. They're part of some sports, and they go into detail how they didn't really work as a cohesive unit. Their coach actually got fed up and kind of quit. She was learn how to be team first and then we'll talk. And then she goes on how, about these VR sports games, more or less how, they pretty much just, they're pretty much Madden or 2K, but in VR, essentially. That's at least what I got from it. And she goes into that, and then she also tells, after that we found about GGO, which was team-based, of course, so they're like, let's play the shooting game. Yes, they actually call it a shooting game. That's so obviously, someone that doesn't know how much video, they're like, yeah, let's play this shooting game. I mean, she's not wrong. I mean, GGO is a shooting game, but they're called shooters, damn it. Anyway, that's just me being a gaming elitist for a little bit. Anyway, so after she goes into detail, after she has tells them about the backstory, but hey, here's how we got into GGO. The girls actually then ask, hey, Karen, how did you manage to beat us? Please give us your wisdom on how you managed it so we can learn from their mistakes and not do it again. Now she doesn't actually. Now we don't know if she actually did give her out. Now we don't know if she actually did give her the reasoning on how she managed to beat him, but I hope she didn't, because I was like, don't give away your plan of attack. Do not give. You might as well give the enemy your blueprint. Here's how I plan to rob. Let's give it a bank. Here's how I plan on robbing your bank. So the girls then they say, hey, thank you for everything. The sweets are nice. Blah 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 blah. And then she tells them how that she's actually not going to be playing GGO for a little bit because she's actually going to be visiting her parents, and so she can't be able to play it. And then we see her then we see her go onto the airport. She's she like has this email pop up on her phone about it now that there's going to be a second squad jam, and one of the girls emails her, and they're like, "Yay, there's second squad jam! We're gonna be participating. Hope you do too, so we can beat you." Blah blah blah. And the email's littered with emojis, like, I mean, littered with emojis. Like almost every sentence ends with an emoji. Emojis, they are cancerous when not used properly, when they are abused. So, after, then we kind of see her, like, she's on, then we see her kind of on her journey back to home. She's wearing Sony branded earbuds, because of course they're Sony branded. I'm pretty sure the Amplius is actually owned by Sony. So, yeah, there's that. And then we also see when she meets up with her friend, I forget her name, she actually ends up, like, grabbing her phone out while they're playing karaoke, and she's, like, just taking, like, 20 or, like, 100 photos on her phone. She's like the paparazzi trying to get them photos for her Instagram, or her Snapchat, or whatever the hell, or whatever social media the Japanese are pervy to. They probably use Instagram a lot, probably DM, probably take photos of their food, which I'm not gonna blame them. Japanese food, oh my god, that shit's goat stats, and that shit looks delicious. I mean, I should know, I lived there for 3 years, guys, and anime, oh my god, anime. Anime always makes me hungry whenever I see food, especially when I watch Food Wars. So, after that, we see her check into what I'm guessing is a hotel, and she's actually then met up with M. Real life M. And she's like, got it. Or like Len, he's like, and she's like, huh? Yeah, that's me. And they just gets right in her face. Like, this dude has a tendency to get right into Len's face a lot throughout this episode. It was just comedic how he just has it with such a serious expression. He's like, he doesn't even realize how oh my god! And actually, not after like last week, or I guess I should say the week before. We saw that it was like N was like bawling his eyes, like begging for his life. Let me know! Please don't kill me! I always made him to be like, this fat, maybe 5'5" nerd with glasses that probably doesn't even know how to talk to women. But no, he's just your typical average dude wearing a leather jacket, a white t-shirt, some jeans. Mildly handsome, I might add. No homo. Yeah, he's just like, he just sounds like, I have something to tell you, but we can't do it here. Let's do it somewhere a lot more private. Like he's about to tell, like, some classified information. Like, this is like some NSA type shit or something. FBI, CIA up in here. So, when he gets in there, he pretty much tells her that, then he pretty much, and she asks him, like, okay, are you really M? Yes, I am. But like, alright, then prove it to me. And she's like, if you tell me something that only him would know. It's like, if I told you that, if I tried, you would probably think that I heard it from the real M player, so you'll just have to trust me. And she's like, fine, okay, I'm all ears. What do you got to say? And he says, and he gets right in her face again. Like, they're sitting at, like, there's like 2 chairs are sitting right next to, they're like sitting right in front. There's 2 chairs and a table. He leans over to get right in her face, like maybe like 2 inches apart, maybe. Even then, I think it might be like 1 to 2 inches apart. And he tells, like, help me, Pete. He's like, help me, Len. Otherwise, 2 people will die. And when I heard, I was like, God damn it. Because I was like, God damn it, y'all bringing back the death element again. Like, I know death is always a pivotal part of this. That's why a lot of people love the first season, was because of, the addition of death. Like, if you die here, you die IRL, like in The Matrix. But I'm like, come on, this is a spin-off. Kirito isn't in this. So far, the characters are kind of normal compared to the rest of the SAO cast. Why we gotta bring back Death in this? What, is Death gonna make an appearance or something? No. And in a way, it has nothing really to do with, like, the game killing you. More like the insanity of pizza. Now let's keep going. Now, so he then goes on to say about, he talks about SAO. Of course, the infamous SAO incident. It talks about how, of course, it was a death game, of course, the PKers. And actually, Pito wanted to actually be was actually a big fan of SAO. She loved the game. She was highly invested into the beta test, but she wanted to play the game day one once it became public. She couldn't because she had some shit to do, kind of like how Asa's brother also had shit to do when SAO went public, so he didn't play instead, being replaced, of course, by Asuna. Yeah. So, and after that, became, and when she found out that SAO was actually a death game, she was infatuated with it. She pretty much became unhinged. Like, she pretty much was like the Joker in the Killing Joke. After one bad day, she lost it. Okay, maybe not as bad as the Joker because she seemed to have a pretty decent lifestyle, but only she realized back to her saying when something related to SAO comes back. relating to it. So then he talks about how, Dennis was about, about the PKers, of course, Laughing Coffin. And then when Peter found out that she went crazy, he was like, my God, come on. I'm so infatuated dead. Now I can't participate. She then went back to a normal state after a while. But then once they came out and they talked, and then when the players came out and they talked about, Laughing Coffin and the rest of the guys, the PKers, she became deranged again. And then, after that, she kind of calmed down again. Then with GGO, she kind of calmed down. But then when the Squad Jam 2 came out, she became unhinged again. She's constantly she's actually apparently like the president of like some company or something. Now, after this, M actually challenges and tells her hey, I need you to defeat Pito in Squad Jam 2. If you do that, she won't kill me, nor will she kill herself. So it's a win-win situation for us all. And so, and so after that, she kind of goes up, grabs her from the vending machine, and then M does the classic, wall slam tactic, and then they see, it had echo, and did 3 different carols, and she's like, this is the wall slam, this is that wall slammer thing, why is he doing this, and that's when he got into her face a little early on, he's like, what is this, a pickup line, I love how I'm just like, and then he pretty much, and Pete and Len is just like, hey, okay, bro, I gotta ask, so why don't you just stop her yourself? Like, I can't, because I respect her. I can't, because her decisions. Like, you respect her decisions? Yes, I do. You got a crush on her? And then she had you got a crush on her? It's like, yes, I love Pito. This dude is straight up like Thanos in the comics. Because, in case you guys didn't know, Thanos' reason for wanting to destroy half the universe in the comic compared to how it is in the movie are radically different. Radically different. I'm not gonna spoil it for the 2 people of you that have not watched Infinity War or ever read the comic. Okay, there's a lot more that haven't read the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. I'm not gonna give you shit for that. I still haven't read the Infinity Gauntlet story myself. I do plan on reading it one day, but yeah, Thanos is back. Thanos' reasoning behind, killing half the universe is radically different than how it was in the movie. I also say the movie version was a lot better, and I'm sure a lot of us can agree on that. So, and he's like, yes, I love her, I love Pito, and that's essentially where. And then after that, that was probably my favorite part of the episode when he did the wall slam. That was just hilarious. That was my favorite. And she's like, the dude uses the wall slam technique and confesses his love for a deranged woman. Life is full of surprise. Yes, it is, Len. Yes, it is. So, and that's it. So after that, she's like, okay, what do I do now? She ends up calling up a friend that we see a couple extra times that's also big into gaming. And that's where the episode ends, with her telling she's like, yeah, I'm in. Let's take down Pito for the Squad Jam 2. Overall, love this episode. Great. And also, guys, apologies for this review taking so long to get up to you guys. Because in case you guys who follow me on Twitter, you guys know that I actually went to the mall down Palmdale to get some some clothes for graduation. My parents dragged me there, so unfortunately I did have a majority of this review done. It was just the last part about the wall slam that I didn't record. So yeah, sorry about this review taking so long for you to get up to you guys, but hey, that's what happens, man. Sometimes life throws a curveball in plans while you're in the middle of recording videos. So yeah, no, guys. In case you're wondering if I've seen Mother's Basement video on SEO on this series, yes, I have, and I agree with all his points. Although I don't really, I mean, I can kind of see where he's coming from, and where he says I'm not a lot of people talk about this because a lot of the main SEO fandom are probably not watching this because the series is different from it, and which I can say from that perspective, because this series is it isn't there isn't that much fan service in there. I think the most fans that we got in this whole series was that last part of the episode when her friend was in the bath while she was listening to Len's message. That she was like, hey, can you join us in taking down Pito? That's probably the most fan stories we've seen. So, I mean, the characters wearing, the female characters wearing, normal clothes that you would actually wear, not stuff like Sion was wearing, or, the drill instructor from, early on in the series. And definitely the characters are a lot more relatable. There's no Kirito that's I am a god amongst men. I am God. That has equipped with master hacking skills, from that I can definitely see, although I love SEO and I'm loving this series, granted I do think SEO is a lot better, I do enjoy the original SEO series more, but I'm loving this series as well. So yeah, that's my quick 2 cents a month video on the SEO spinoff. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me, share, and Twitter if you like. There's links on the screen below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys. So now, as you see me, I'm going to get started working on the Persona 5 review, and hopefully I can get that out before Toonami starts. So yeah, see you next time.